Hi everyone, I'm Sloane Taylor and welcome to What's Cooking Wednesday. Today we're going to have fun with veggies, making everybody's least favorite veggie, green beans. We're going to use green beans and butter, and then we are going to have a second recipe that will be green beans vinaigrette. We'll use balsamic vinegar, basil, a little salt, a little garlic powder, freshly ground pepper, and a little olive oil. But first, I'm going to move these things out of our way and show you how to prepare your beans for cooking. A lot of people aren't familiar with this, and if you are, just bear with me for a minute or two. So I have 3 beans here. You just take them, snap the ends off. Very easy to do. No need to get a knife and a cutting board. That just makes extra dishes, and this works fine. Okay? Now, we're going to set our water on boiling, and you're going to have a white spot for just a second or two, but it'll be about 10 minutes here. So you take care, and I'll be right back with you at the stove. We are back. See, I told you it'd just be a few seconds for you. Now, you can see that the pot is boiling, and it is at a good strong boil. Now, we're going to take the beans that we have rinsed. You must rinse the beans, otherwise you're going to have scum floating on the top. And you want to take them by handfuls. Drop them in. Be careful you don't burn yourself. You want to keep that boil going. You're going to bring it back to a boil. Put the lid on for just a moment, because that will help. When you put the lid on food, cooking food, it keeps the heat in and makes it heat faster. So if somebody says, oh, don't put that lid on, it'll boil. Yes, but it'll take way too long. Use the lids. That's what they're made for. Okay, now it's starting to bubble a little, but not enough. We'll turn the heat up a little bit more, and you can see on the edge, because my stove cooks funny. It always cooks better on this side. So now it's starting to do that. Now we're going to bring it to a boil, then lower the heat to moderate, and somewhere between 8 and 10, 11 minutes are when these beans will be just tender. So we're going to give you another white spot for your second or two, and while the crew and I watch these beans for about 10, 12 minutes. See you in a moment. And welcome back. Now, there you see our beans have been boiling. They're done. The time has passed. This only took about 7.5 minutes. So now we shut off our gas, go over to the stove, and drain them. Oh, the steam, the steam, the steam. Now what we want to do is instantly, let me get a spoon here. We want to put half of the beans in cold water, preferably ice water, but my ice already melted. You little devils, get in there. And then we're going to take these beans, put them back in the pot. We are going to add butter, nice big healthy amount of butter. Stir that up. Grind on a little black pepper. And the pepper is to taste, as in all my recipes. Some people like a lot, some people don't like any. And there you go. Nice green beans ready for dinner. Now we will proceed with the vinaigrette. We'll let our beans cool in the water, and we're going to have another 1 second shut off while we move to the other side. Our beans have cooled in the ice water bath. They get drained and then laid out onto a plate. Take paper towels and dry them off. because you want the dressing to stick to them. And there we go. Now, we are going to set this aside while we make our dressing. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Always buy a good brand of olive oil. Don't get any cheap stuff. Go middle of the road for price so that your food does not taste green. Then we're going to use a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And we're going to use our handy dandy trick, the little throwaway napkins, to wipe out the spoon, because we're going to use this side now. And we need a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder. And the recipe is at the end of the video, so you don't have to worry about writing everything down right now. Dried basil, ½ teaspoon of dried basil. A pinch of salt. And some freshly ground black pepper. Mix that up. Now we will change our little bowls here. We're going to put the beans in this bowl. They're a little bit damp yet, but it'll work for our demonstration here. Now, you don't want to make this be soupy. You just want to have enough dressing on here to flavor the beans. So you won't use all of it, more than likely. Depends on how many beans you have. I just made a small batch for our crew, and then I'm having company for dinner tonight, so I'm going to put a few out as an appetizer. Okay, and there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, all done. So, thank you for coming again. Hope to see you next week, and until then, may you spend every day of your life filled with friends, laughter, and seated around a well-laden table. Bye!